Okay, so welcome to part 2, and this part has been kind of focusing on the smaller details in the workshop. This section here, this corner here, is going to be my kind of wood carving and leatherwork area. So I've got a cutting mat, small cutting mat here. I do have a larger one as well. I've got all my chisels along here and gouges. I've got more chisels here, spoon carving stuff here, and a few awls and things here, and leatherworking tools. So I only do basic leatherwork, nothing extravagant, but it's nice to just have an area where I'm going to do particular tasks. So this will be the leatherwork and the woodworking and knife sharpening. I've got some sharpening stones, I've got more to get out, and a leather strop, and obviously I've got all my axes hanging up. So I'm pleased with this. This is still got more stuff to go here. I think I'm going to have a light that comes up here, and maybe like a desk lamp or a wall light, sorry, that can come over here and just look down, so that I can have things down here that I can work on, and I've got a magnifying glass that goes onto a clamp and things that's the more finer details here. But yeah, so that's coming along nicely. The other thing I focused on, up here, hung a few bits up just at the top there. The old Damn Smashing barbecue sauce from State Detective, he sent me that poster as well, and then just a few other things. One of these a subscriber sent me here as well. So that's pretty much sorted there. I've put some labels on the drawer organisers here. There's more labels to add and more things to put in there. And then I labelled the boxes, and I have boxes and boxes of gear. And so this is why I built this workbench, and with a second shelf underneath, purely for storage. This is going to host all of my camping related items here, generally along this top shelf. And then I've also got storage underneath this bottom shelf too. These are really good. They're just black, kind of heavy duty storage boxes. They're in between heavy duty and lightweight, but they are durable. They just open like that. For example, this one has all of my stoves and cooking stuff in, and it says on the front there, stoves and cooking. So I know that whenever I need a different stove for camping or filming with, I can just come into here, and I've got all sorts of flat pack stoves, gasifier stoves, Trangia burner stoves, alcohol stoves. It's all in here. And then lid goes on and it will live just there. This one, for example, hammocks and tarps or sleeping gear, and nice and easy. All of my hammock, under blanket, tarp gear, small mini pumps for pumping up mattresses. All my sleeping pads are in here, and that's going to live there. Up here, there's a few smaller boxes here. This one's not going to live here, but this is safety gear like my goggles and dust masks and respirators and things. But I've got smaller boxes like this one, water filtration and bug repellent. Again, all in here, so easy and organised to get to. In a nice, this is the same type of boxes, just smaller, and they fit really well up there. Knives and saws. What do you think, guys? Knives and saws. I am by no means done with this storage. I've actually got a few more of these boxes coming. I think what I like about these boxes is the lids are so important for me on boxes, that they go on properly and they lock on well. And these don't even have lockable clasps on the side, which some heavy duty boxes do, but they click on really well, and I'm super pleased with that. They also, the plastic on them is not flimsy. It was important that I had quite a hard plastic. The other reason I really like them is they're cheap. So this one here, the small one, I bought them from Halfords, which is a kind of automobile type shop over here in the UK. It generally focuses on cars and car parts and bits of DIY, but mostly cars and bicycles and things like that. And these are cheap. I think the brand's called Wham, W-H-A-M. But I love these boxes. So this is £5 for this box here. And I think these maybe 10, if that. Can't remember. And the bigger ones, I think are 10. Actually, these 45 litre ones, I'm pretty sure I either got them on a deal, but I think these are 10 quid. And they are durable. I really like them for the price. So why have I got everything in boxes? Two reasons. First reason is this is a working workshop. There's going to be lots of little projects that go on here with various leatherworking, dyes, lots of dust probably with woodworking stuff, and therefore I don't want all of my bushcrafting camping gear getting covered in dust every time and then I have to wipe it down. So the idea of keeping everything in a box with a sealed lid is There can be as much dust as it wants to be in here. I don't mind it getting on the tools and the wall stuff, that's fine, that's what it's for, it's going to get dusty. But I don't have to then brush the dust off all my bushcraft gear, my camping gear every time. Same with, like, I've got stuff with fishing reels and fishing line. I don't want dust all over that. So that is why I've gone for boxes. The other reason is just because it's a lot easier to stack and store things when they're in a box, as opposed to just having them loose like this. Needs sorting. See, it's just a mess. And by stacking things on this shelf, like I've done here, these cookses and stuff, I've lost all of that storage space, which could be stored above. So by having a box that fits pretty much in there, I gain a lot more storage space, and that's my thinking, and that's why I've gone for boxes. So I've checked the small boxes that I got from Halfords, and they all fit in these racks, which is perfect. So I will be getting more. It's a little bit of an expense to begin with, but I've been getting them over time. I've not gone out and bought, 50 boxes straight up. Just every couple of weeks or something, and I'm passing by, I'll just go in and see if they're in stock and just buy one or two. Still needs sorting, this rack. Here is another pegboard. This time I went for a really cheap plastic pegboard. This was an Amazon purchase, I think 30 quid or something like that. But it's ideal. Like, it's flimsy, but it's got the little storage bins here, which is I'm going to be filling up. Like, for example, here I've got raw plugs or raw plugs for drilling, spare screws and things like that. Screwdrivers, spanners. I've got a lot more spanners than that. Allen keys. All those bits that when you're trying to put things up in a house or just maintain stuff, it's easy to come to. A mallet there, some drill bits, my other drill bits will go there. Hooks, I'll do a full workshop tour at the end of the series, but all sorts, guys, that's what's going to be. And then I'll put little labels on these too, small ones on the edges, so I can be fully organised. So essentially, I reckon I'm about, I'd say I'm halfway there, nearly, not quite. Nearly halfway there to finishing the workshop. The next thing I need to sort. The next thing I need to sort is obviously the shelving unit to my right, your left, which is in that corner. And this big workbench at the back. This is going to be one of the main workbenches. So I want to have this clear. It's a total mess at the moment. And there's boxes under there that aren't even full. And I've also got to sort the chest freezer out, the filing cabinet. But we are getting there, that's the main thing. Thank you so much for watching this episode, I do appreciate it. If you want to see part 1, I'll link it up here or in the description below. Be sure to subscribe because part 3 will be out really soon. I'm working on it as much as I can every week. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for all you do, especially those guys who watch TA Outdoors as well and have come across from there. I do really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to our other channel. There's another one, TA Outdoors and TA Fishing, my dad's channel. So I'll put all the links to that in the description below. And if you have any workshop ideas, by the way, pop them in the comments below, because there's some really good feedback on my last video on different ideas that people have done for their workshop or their workspace, storage of sheds, garages and everything. And I got some really good ideas. So please, any ideas, pop them in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.